It's pizza night. It's pizza night. It's pizza night. Ow! I didn't see you there. Sorry. I get excited on pizza night. We get pizza crusts. You could have knocked first, you know. I overheard my human talking to someone about how I'm getting a little chubby and might have to go on a diet. So I killed her. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I didn't kill my human. But if she thinks she's going to cut down on my kibble, that lady has another thing coming. Do you know how many calories I burn protecting her in this whole neighborhood? I share my pizza crust with Izzy and Henry, when it used to be just me and Izzy. That's enough sacrifice from me for a lifetime. I guess you're here because you want more thrilling Detective Steve mysteries. Can't say I blame you. My life must seem action-packed and glamorous compared to a human's boring life. So yeah, I got one for you. The one I call the Ruff crowd. I smelled her expensive French grooming shampoo before she even stepped into my office. The Duchess. The grand dame of the neighborhood canine world. The matriarch of the dog park. The Duchess, Penelope Pawsworth. Office hours are posted, Duchess. Reading not part of the pedigree package?
When one has an emergency, one does not consult signage.
Emergency, huh? You finally ran out of pearls to polish? Your human forget to add caviar to your kibble? Nah.
Very funny, Detective Steve. You know I wouldn't be seen in these parts if it weren't of the utmost urgency.
Sure, baby cakes. You only come pawing around when you got a problem you can't bark away.
Detective Steve, the dog park is in trouble.
Trouble? Is that serial humping Jack Russell back?
No, his humans got him neutered, thank heavens. No, it's something else. It's nearly empty. Dogs are avoiding it. The ones who still come, they look over their shoulders. They whisper. They are scared.
Fear at the dog park? Guess I should have seen this coming after the great sprinkler incident of 22. That was quite a melee.
No, it's nothing like that. From the whispers I hear, this is about a pack, a gang of bullies. No one will name them. They're afraid, for themselves, for their humans.
And you want me to sniff them out?
I want you to stop them, quietly.
Quietly is in a different price tier, sweetheart.
Consider this. Incentive.
Smoked sausages. Now you're speaking my language, girlie.
Will you take the case or not?
I'll take a look. But bullies don't break easy, and neither do I before pizza night.
Just be careful. I don't have a good feeling about this, Detective Steve.
The dog park. A thin line between exercise and a riot. Watched over by humans in matching tracksuits. Better go brief Izzy on our new case. The thing about the dog park is, I hate it. Too much sniffing, too much yapping, and always some poodle in a sweater telling you about their raw food diet. It's called being a discerning gentleman. The place was dead. Not just quiet dead, morgue dead. A couple of mutts stuck to their humans like gum on a shoe. No fetch games, no butt-sniffing welcome committee. Just wind, grass, and bad vibes. Then I spotted him, Seamus. Poor shaggy Seamus. Looked like a mop that had lost a fight with a tumbleweed. He was obviously way overdue for a grooming. Seamus, you look like you've seen a ghost.
Oh, hey Steve, hey Izzy. Yes, I could go for some toast. A little butter, maybe?
Oh, for the love of... I said, you look like you've seen a ghost, Seamus. Ghost, not toast.
Right. Still wouldn't turn down toast.
Try keeping up, Fluffball. I know you have too much fur in your ears. What's going on here?
It's bad, Steve. Dogs don't come anymore. The ones who do, they whisper. Stay close to their humans.
Whisper about what?
Someone or something is watching. There are rumors going around.
Who? What's going on?
Don't know. Haven't seen them. But you can feel it, like eyes in the back of your neck. Or maybe that's just my fur.
It does sound creepy.
Sleepy? Yeah, I could take a nap.
Eyes, Seamus. Creepy eyes.
Oh, yeah. That too.
Anything else? Something out of place?
Well, there's been this weird sound at night. I heard it once when we were leaving, like metal clinking.
Chains?
Trains? No, I didn't see any trains.
Chains, Seamus.
Oh, yeah. Maybe. Could be.
I looked around. Empty benches. No squirrels. No tennis balls lying around like crime scene evidence. Just too much quiet. The kind that doesn't last. Stay close to your human, Seamus. And for God's sake, get a haircut before you start picking up radio stations.
You're just jealous of my natural insulation.
Hell yeah, we do. We left Seamus with his human, and I could feel it too now. Eyes on us. Whoever was watching wasn't done. The afternoon light was starting to fade, and we were on our way home when we found Tilly, the neighborhood's premier nervous wreck. She was pacing outside her tiny front porch like a wind-up toy about to snap its spring. Every few seconds she'd stop, whip her head around and stare into the distance as if she'd just remembered leaving the oven on in 2009. Tilly, you look like you've seen a ghost. Or 12.
Don't say ghost! Oh, Steve, I can't... Wait, did you hear that?
That was your own tail hitting the porch rail.
Are you sure? Because it sounded more like footsteps. Or claws. Or footsteps with claws.
This was going to take a while. Listen, Tilly. We're here about the dog park. We know your reputation for, noticing potential dangers. That was my diplomatic way of saying she's like the NORAD of the neighborhood. If anything or anyone crosses into neighborhood airspace, she's ready to go to DEFCON 1, close up the mountain, and brace for impact. Have you heard or seen or smelled anything suspicious?
Maybe. Possibly. I don't know, it was dark, and there was this breeze.
Focus, sweetheart.
Sweetheart? Oh no, is someone else here?
No, I was talking to you. Finally, after another 3 startles, a leaf, a distant door slam, and Izzy sneezing, we got the story.
I was at the park at night. I know, I shouldn't go there after dark, but the squirrels are bolder then. Anyway, I saw him. A big, black, muscular dog. But he wasn't alone.
Go on.
The human had this weird flashlight. The light was red, like they'd wrapped something over it. And there was this jingling sound, like keys or bells, every time the dog moved. I didn't stick around because that's when I heard it.
Heard what?
The whispers.
It's a hearing thing, Izzy. Probably the wind, Tilly.
No. This was whispering. Words I couldn't make out exactly, but it sounded like, get out. And I swear it got closer every time I turned my head.
Tilly was trembling like a chihuahua in a freezer. But her story was enough. Red lights, jingling collars, and late-night park trips? Yeah, that was worth a stakeout. All right, Izzy. Looks like we're taking the graveyard shift.
Graveyard? Eek! Are you trying to give me a heart attack?
Lord help us. The night had the kind of stillness that makes you check your own shadow twice. Izzy and I weren't out for exercise. We were on a case. But sometimes the case finds you before you find it. I felt it too. Soft paws behind us. Someone keeping pace. I stopped, and so did they. All right, pal. Step out where we can see you, or my associate here is going to take a bite out of your hindquarters.
Hey guys, where are you going? I like going places. Can I come? Can I? I'm really good at sniffing stuff. Come on, please.
Turns out our tail wasn't a threat. It was Henry. Tongue out, tail wagging, about as stealthy as a jackhammer in a library. Fine, kid, but stay out of my way. And try not to be so much so much of a Henry. We only had to stake out the dog park for a few minutes before they came. 6 tough dogs. They're humans in tow with the kind of flashlights nervous Tilly described. The kind that strutted like they owned the place. And at the front, Benny, an enormous beast of a canine. He made Izzy seem dainty. Let's try diplomacy first. Then, if we have to rumble, we rumble. Hey you, Benny. The word on the street is you've been leaning on dogs, scaring them off from the dog park.
Hey, you're Detective Steve. You have quite the rep around these parts. It's an honor, man.
Huh. This is not what I expected at all.
You're a legend, dude.
Well, I'm not one to toot my own horn. Anyway, Benny, what's all this? Why the rumors about you telling dogs to stay away from the park?
Yeah, to protect them. Until we can find out what's happening.
What do you mean?
Started a couple of weeks ago. Dogs getting hurt here, having to go to the vet. The humans not letting them coming back. We think something's attacking them. Maybe a pack of something.
A pack? Attacking dogs? Huh. Okay. What's with your humans' weird flashlights?
Oh yeah, I don't know why, but they bring special lights that make our poops glow. Though why they want our poop to glow in the dark, I have no idea. Maybe it has something to do with why they obsessed with collecting our poop in bags. I don't know. Humans are weird.
Amen to that. So, what's the plan?
Sweeping the park, looking for...
I knew that howl of pain. Henry! We all ran to find him. And there the poor dumb bastard was. None of the other dogs knew what they were looking at. I did. I've seen it before. We found him near the fence, looking like a walking pincushion. Quills. Dozens of them.
I tried to make a new friend. I don't think he liked me too much. Ow!
Porcupines.
What are porcupines?
Not something to mess with. But usually they don't mess with us either, Benny. We have to get Henry to the vet. We'll regroup tomorrow. To devise a plan like this takes a lot of thinking. No, a little more thinking. More! Okay, ready to head out with Izzy to the dog park.
You think this little trick will really catch the critter?
It'll work. Porcupines are slow and predictable. But here's the thing, porcupines aren't troublemakers. They're usually docile. They only use their quills if they're cornered or scared.
So why is this one attacking dogs every night like it's got a vendetta?
That's the part that doesn't add up. The trap was set.
No way. If any was the bait, it's me. That porcupine will think twice when he sees Benny staring him down.
Neither of you. You're too big, too loud. You'll scare it off before it gets close. This one's on me. No arguments. I'm the right size, and I've got the patience. You two stand by.
You're crazy, detective.
Crazy or cunning? Shush. It wasn't long until I heard the telltale waddle.
Hey, what's this? Let me out.
Got you, you little menace. You've been stabbing dogs night after night. Now you answer for it.
Quiet, both of you. Let me talk to him. Hey, you. What's your name?
Scritch.
I'm Steve. Listen, pal. I may not look it, but I've been around for a while.
Actually, you look pretty ancient.
Shut up. Look, in my experience, porcupines don't just pick fights for no reason. So why? Why have you been sticking dogs?
I didn't want to. None of us did.
None of you? So there's more?
Yeah. One or two of us, every night, forced to come here, to jab whoever we're told. Orders from the boss.
Boss? What boss?
Needles. He's bad. Real bad. You don't cross him unless you want your quills ripped out one by one.
Why is he targeting dogs? What's his angle?
I don't know. Nobody knows. We just do what he says. It's safer than the alternative.
No, he's scared. I can smell it on him. He's telling the truth.
So what now, detective? Just let him go?
On one condition. You tell the others. Every porcupine working under Needles, this park is off limits. You stay away from the dogs here. Got it?
Yes, I promise. I'll spread the word.
Good. Now scram. Not closed. Not yet. We've got a name now.
Needles.
Yeah, and I'll be watching for him. Usually at this point in a solved case, I'm at home by now, cuddling by my human side, reflecting on lessons learned. But tonight was different. Needles. I'd have to keep an eye, an ear, and a sniffer out for this Needles character. I heard the unmistakable sound of something outside my office and saw the beginnings of a slight shadow on my doorway. Henry, is that you? I told you not to follow me around anymore, you dum-dum.
Henry, that red-haired bawling coonhound we nailed the other night at the park.
I didn't need to ask to whom I was speaking. I already knew. Needles, I presume.
Correct, Detective.
You get the message about the dog park being off limits?
Yes, that sniveling little scritch told me what happened. Clever trap.
And there will be more traps if I see any more of your kind at the dog park. Get it?
Yes, you can have your little puppy playground.
Good. Now, if you don't mind, please leave my office. I was about to head home for the night.
Pizza night.
How do you know that?
I know a lot about you, Detective Steve. I'll be seeing you and all your friends and your human.
And just like that, he was gone. Back into the shadows. I may not have quills, but my hackles were standing at attention. This wasn't over. I could sense it. But I could also sense pizza crusts, so Needles would have to wait.